Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now today, Rigathi Gachagwa did one thing that he has never done for very long time by calling for a prayer service at a place William Ruto named as National Prayer Altar. This is at the official residence of the Deputy President. This altar was built by William Ruto in 2019. And this was the time when he was serving as a deputy president. And this was also at a time when he was facing political onslaught from his boss, Uhuru Kenyatta. So Gachagwa has decided that he's going to worship at that place. And he issued a statement at a time when he knows that he is going to face an impeachment probably. Is it Tuesday? And while on that altar, Gachagwa has asked William Ruto for forgiveness and on any offense, be it remarks he made during or as he was serving his duty as the deputy president. So he's asking Ruto for forgiveness and anyone in the government. That is now his position. The question is, who is Gachagwa addressing in this video? Is it this the only channel he can ask for forgiveness from William Ruto? Or what is the meaning of this?
I want to say to my brother President William Ruto, if in our zeal to work I have wronged you, please find it in your heart to forgive me. I want to say, if my spouse in her duties for the boy child and her program has wronged you in any way, find it in your heart to forgive her. To our members of parliament, if in the course of duty, through our utterances and actions, we have in one way or another upset you, all wronged you, find it in your heart to forgive me.
Now, if Gachagwa wants to ask forgiveness from William Samoei Ruto, and he wants to mean it, he has William Ruto's number. There is office number. He can call William Ruto. He can also book an appointment with William Ruto, sit with the president, have one-on-one. And if there is something he has to ask for forgiveness, he will do so in privacy. By the fact that Gachagwa has come in public to ask forgiveness from William Ruto, as a person, I am convinced Gachagwa is not speaking to William Ruto. Gachagwa does not mean what he's telling William Ruto. Gachagwa was speaking to his supporters, not William Ruto. The message seems to be directed at William Ruto, but the target audience is his supporters. Besides this, Gachagwa has also gone further to say that he trusts judiciary, that they are going to uphold the constitution in his impeachment. In his view, saying that we have a very patriotic judiciary. So he's already showing the confidence in our judiciary ahead of his impeachment.
Finally, I want to say that Kenya is a country of the rule of law. I have faith in our courts of law. We have competent men and women in our judiciary who I believe will uphold the Constitution, protect it with their zeal, and always uphold and protect the will of the Kenyan people. Article 1 of the Constitution says the sovereignty of this country rests with the people. And the institutions like Parliament and Senate exercise that power as a matter of delegation, so that we have a good country of rule of law as opposed to the state of nature. I appeal to all our independent institutions to uphold the rule of law and remain true to the Constitution so that we don't get in situations where we can have a country that feels that the rule of the jungle is in application. So far, it is my observation that we have a very patriotic judiciary, a judiciary that upholds the rule of law and the Constitution and always upholds the supremacy of our Constitution. And I believe that Kenya will be a country of the rule of law.
Now, we are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, I am wondering, is this the same Gachagwa who was accusing a certain judge? In fact, he was pushing for the removal of that judge. He had a case against a judge, but later the case was dropped. After the case was dropped, most of us concluded that Gachagwa was just trying to intimidate the judiciary. He was trying to humiliate the judiciary just because they did not serve in his interest. Just because he was trying to wash his name clean and paint the judiciary as the most corrupt. I'll drop you. If indeed Gachagwa is a patriotic Kenyan who stands for the truth, and given his position and the office he's serving, if indeed there was a judge who was corrupt, why not go further to issue evidence on that case and make sure that corrupt judges are not in any office? I think in that way you are serving the country. Why did he choose to drop his case if indeed he had a serious case of that judge? By the fact that he dropped the case, most of us believe that it was intimidation, nothing else. But now the same man is here trying to show the confidence in the judiciary. Now he has a case, the only place he can run to, it is now the judiciary. So he is coming out to show his confidence in the judiciary. It tells you how politicians do normally behave. When it works in their interest, when it works against their interest. You see the people we have. So how can you trust such a person? There is a message also in this, by the way. Gachagwa is telling William Ruto, the members of parliament who are going to impeach him, and the Kenyans at large, his trust is only in the judiciary, and therefore his focus is in the judiciary, not in parliament, not in the Senate that will have a final say, but in the judiciary. which is going to prosecute the case depending on the evidence produced in the court. You know, court will not rule, based on political, but Senate will make their ruling mainly based on political. The decision of National Assembly is political. So Gachagwa is telling us that his focus is in the court. He has no one to serve him in the National Assembly. He has no numbers in the Senate. But he's saying that he's going to lay the truth in the judiciary, and that's where he expects a ruling that is going to favor him. So that is a message to William Ruto, the members of parliament, Kenyans, and his supporters. His next step, judiciary, kuna kwingine. Let us go back to the first video, where Gachagwa has asked the president to forgive him if he wronged him, if his spouse wronged him, in one way or another. Gachagwa is trying to look for sympathy among his supporters and the Kenyans at large. He is not communicating to William Ruto, he is communicating to you and me. Because if you want to communicate to William Ruto, just the way I said in the beginning, there is a channel he can do so. So the message of today, at that event, it was for you and me. Gachagwa want to look humble. Gachagwa want to look harmless. Gachagwa want to look like a person who is in real trouble. Yani ameonewa kweli kweli. And therefore, he want to tap on the sympathy. That is the real issue there. And this can be the reason that has informed to have this national prayer event at that altar. He chose to do it there with a very serious reason. Just go and check who have attended and the people who are sharing the live stream. Cleophas Malala is there. And the Gachagwa should be very careful. When you have people like Cleophas Malala advising you, be careful. Is Malala the right person to advise? He can lead you to a ditch. And that's where they're heading. That's where they're heading to. So from the time he had the interview, he has been silent. Today he has broken the silence and he has told us the way forward. So Gachagwa amenyenyekea kabisa because he want to whip your emotion and win sympathy from you. So forget, he's not communicating to William Ruto. Again, this tells us one thing we are learning from this, that the communication between Ruto and Gachagwa might have been blocked. Otherwise, if there was a good channel of communication, Gachagwa will not come in public to say this. He will say it in silence and in privacy. So both Ruto and Gachagwa are not communicating. That is what has warranted Gachagwa to come and issue this statement in public. Hawaongei hawatu. Hawaongei. Maybe he has tried to reach out to William Ruto, but it seems William Ruto is too busy to attend to his calls. So the only way he is resorting to, it is the public. But above all, what majority of Kenyans believe, because I've been watching, is that Gachagwa is the worst. Ruto too is also the worst. These two people are not good for us. They all must go. That is the position of Kenyans. They don't favor anyone, neither Ruto nor Gachagwa. They don't want them. Gachagwa ni mbaya, Ruto ni mbaya zaidi, kulingana na mawazo ya Wakenya. So all of them must go. I don't know your views, but let us submit in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.